So guys, this video is for Doris or Gaga. I want you to learn one or two things from this video. For so many of you that didn't know the story of Doris and Pastor Chris Okafor, so let me just say the story small before I say what I want to say. But before I continue, see this life, somebody that have used you to betray somebody before can never trust you. Anybody that have used you to do some dirty job before can never ever trust you in this life. That is exactly what happened to this lady. But let's get into the story small before I continue. Now, this lady was used by Pastor Chris Okafor and his gang few years ago. They used this Doris to do so many dirty jobs. You know that Doris is a very fine lady, you understand me? Very young and fine lady, Nigerian artist. So they use her to do so many dirty jobs that nobody can believe. Do you understand me now? Unimaginable dirty jobs. You understand me? Because most of those pastors you are seeing, they are very evil, but you will not know. The only thing you know about them is you see them in the altar preaching. You understand me? People are falling under anointing, but the inner side you don't know. These are the people that know inner side, which is Doris. Now, after they might use this lady, they use her to cover up so many dirty job. They use her to seduce so many bloggers that are talking about all those pastors. You understand me? All those pastors like Suleiman, like Papa J. You understand me? So, and so many of them. So they use her. She's the person they are using to cover all those jobs. If you talk too much, if you think that money is not your prize as a blogger, they will use her to come and seduce you. They will bring you down. You know, they will force you to stop talking about them. So this lady is the person they are using. Even when a small child is missing in a Mercy City land, you understand me? Pastor Jeremiah Church, this lady was the same person they use. According to her, she said those things in her broadcast. So what I want you to learn now, say, after they use her finish, Pastor Chris now dumped her to go and marry another woman. So how did it start? When she gets married, Pastor Chris, according to her, told her to come out from the marriage. Maybe that Pastor Chris never used her satisfied. Do you understand me? Pastor Chris want to use her satisfied. Use her until him is satisfied. I don't know if you understand me, because there are some job you will be doing for some particular people. You will be perfect for that particular job. Another person might not do it perfect, so they would like you to continue that particular job until they are satisfied, or until when they find another person that is better than you, or that can do that job better, that can do that job like you. You understand me? Until before they will let you go. So when Doris gets married, according to her, Pastor Chris never allowed her to rest. Pastor Chris was angry. Why would she get married? Did you understand me? So Pastor Chris keep on persuading her until she leave that marriage. She said that Pastor Chris was the one that asked her to leave the marriage, that he's going to marry her. Do you understand me? So she literally left the marriage just because of Pastor Chris. Now, Pastor Chris really used her sense, because she thought that Pastor Chris is going to marry her. Meanwhile, Pastor Chris asked her to come out from the marriage just because of her his own personal interest, which is they are using her to do some dirty job. You understand me? So they have not used her satisfied. So after she come out, so they continue what they are doing secretly, you know. So after so many years, it's like they have one or two issues. So Doris now come out. So now Pastor Chris wants to get married to another lady. Then Doris now come out to expose those things they have done in secret. Do you understand me? Doris really have so many secrets to expose. If Nigeria is the country that is working, they will first of all arrest Pastor Chris, then call Doris to say what she know about those pastors. But Nigeria, you know how Nigeria be now. Once you have money, you are above the law. So Doris got angry, was like, why is him leaving her to marry another woman? That is not going to be possible. He's going to settle her for all the job she have done for them, all the dirty job. If you think it's a good job, no. If you think it's leading prayer in the church, no, it's not leading prayer. These one are dirty jobs. Even Doris is supposed to be arrested if Nigeria is a country that is working very well. Do you understand me? So Doris now insists that Pastor Chris must settle her. Do you understand me? So now, what is the demand that Doris is making. Doris said Pastor Chris is going to buy her a house, a duplex, and you know that price of duplex in Lekki right now or Abuja, you will drop like 100 million, 100 and something million for you to get a standard house. I don't know if you understand me. So that is what Doris is requesting, because Doris said since all this while they have been sending her dirty jobs and everything, that they are not giving her money. She's doing it out of love. I don't know the truth. I don't know whether that is true or not, but that's what Doris said. Now, what did I have to say about this? I want you to learn from this part right now. Doris have been used, do you understand me, by Pastor Chris Okafor and his gang. Do you understand? So now, after they might be using her finish, there is no how Pastor Chris will marry such person. That is how men do. Not only men, bad men, evil men, that's how they do. After they might be using you finish, you know their secrets, you know they do juju, you know what they are doing is not real. They cannot marry you. They will come marry another person that will respect them, that doesn't know anything about them. Do you understand? That doesn't know anything about the source of their money. That is what Pastor Chris did to Doris. Do you understand me? Pastor Chris have literally dumped Doris to marry another woman, because Doris' job is done. So many of those cases they use Doris to do, all of them don't close. So Doris' work is done, and the Doris knows a lot about this particular pastor. So there's no how this pastor is going to marry Doris. Do you understand me? Let me go back to what I said before. Somebody that have used you to do some dirty jobs can never trust you. They can never trust you in their side again. Anytime they want to do a genuine thing, they will not call you. Anytime they want to become a genuine human being, they will remove you inside their life. Do you understand me? Anytime that person want to revive himself, or he want to train the children to a certain, they will remove you, because they know you cannot train their children for them. That is what happened to Doris. Do you understand me? Pastor Chris have already looked at Doris, say, Doris, we don't use and do so thing. I don't sleep with them. I don't do a so thing. I don't do a doggy so many times, even in the bathroom, even in the car, even inside the church. I cannot marry such person. I have to go and marry an innocent lady that doesn't know anything. That is exactly what they did to Doris. In this life, don't follow who's using your brain. Don't follow the person that is using you just because of what is gaining from you. Don't follow that kind of person. Follow somebody who just like you naturally, like you naturally, not because of benefits. Do you understand me? Doris did not follow money, but unknown to Doris that they are just using her. Unknown to Doris that these people are using her to do dirty job. There is no how she will end up being a wife of that particular man. You see where the problem is? So this is what I want you to learn in this life. So anything you are doing, don't allow anybody to use you do dirty job, because that person can even delete you on the process. Do you know that had it been that Doris raised alarm from the beginning, they might have deleted Doris. Nobody will know whereabouts of Doris. They might have paid doctors. Doctor will inject Doris. They might have sent somebody, people to go and buy him, buy her. Nobody will know her whereabouts. Do you understand me? That is how all those things work. So don't allow anybody to use your brain. Don't allow anybody to use your brain. That is what they did to Doris. Now Doris is online shouting and ranting, because that is what I call it, shouting and ranting. So Doris, this is your own advice. Just go and sit down. You are not going to benefit anything from Pastor Chris Okafor. You have been used for their own selfish interest. So get sense, go to your house and rest, because more you talk, more you give people more reason to arrest you, because of all the dirty job you have, they have used you to do. So once they are arrested, they're also going to arrest you. So go home and rest, bear your loss. Bye. Thank you for watching. I want you to learn something from this video. If you have learned something from this video, please give it a like and share it.